box, Exchange 2010 comes with a self-signed certificate, which isn't terribly good. So we're gonna buy one. Open your AMC and go to server configuration, and I can either right click and select new Exchange certificate or pick it off the menu on the right hand side. Enter a friendly name for the certificate. This can be anything you want it to be. Next. Now we're not going to use a wildcard certificate, we're going to get a unified comms certificate. Wildcard certs are still supported, but they're depreciated. We're going to use this for Outlook Web App or Outlook Web Access. So we're going to use it internally using its internal FQDN, and we're also going to use it externally using its public addressable name, which out on the internet is going to be mailhost.server http.com. So that's Outlook Web Access taken care of. The next thing we're going to look at is ActiveSync for our mobile devices, which are going to be used externally. So I'm going to take out the internal name of the server there and paste in its public name, its public addressable name. That's ActiveSync taken care of. I'm just going to copy and paste that because I'm going to need that again in a minute. Right, Outlook Anywhere and Auto Discovery Service. Now the external host name, it will fill in incorrectly. You'll need to change that to its public addressable name. And internally I'm going to leave everything on the defaults of using a long URL, and then it will resolve internally at autodiscover.domainname. That's our client access server stuff sorted. I'll just take a brief look at this. I'm not using the certificate for POP or IMAP, so I'm going to leave all this stuff blank and not fill in. I'm also not running a unified messaging server. I don't have that role installed, so I'm not bothered about that. Hub Transport Server. Now you can, if you wish, secure internet mail with TLS. Just putting this in doesn't mean that you're going to secure it with TLS. And finally, there is an option for legacy Exchange servers. If you're in the middle of a migration from a 2003 environment, you can put the FQDNs of your 2003 boxes in there as well if you wanted to. That's everything filled in. Click Next. Now I'm going to change the common name, which is the main name on the certificate, to its public addressable name, which is mailhost.server.http.com. And I'm going to set that as the common name for the certificate. And bear in mind that this name will have to be addressable both inside and outside. So inside you might need to create an entry in your DNS that resolves the public name to the private IP address. Or if you've got a nice firewall like a Cisco ASA, you can do some DNS doctrine. Stuff for the certificate. Organisation is just a free text box. You can put in there whatever you want. As is organisational unit. Country and region. Mine is the United Kingdom, and then it sets it to Great Britain, which are two completely different things. Go figure. What city? Again, these are free text boxes. State and province. Americanised. Teesside. Now I'm going to decide where I'm going to save the certificate. I'm just going to put it on the root of the C drive. And give it a sensible name. I'll call it Exchange Request, and I'll just tag on today's date as well so I know what it is. And save that. Next, click New. And all being well, green ticks, everything's fine. Click Finish. And you should see popped on the list we have a pending certificate request. Now that'll be sat on the root of the C drive. You need to send the information from within that to whoever you're buying your certificate from. So if you have a look at it, open it with Notepad. What you usually have to do is copy and paste all this text. Remember, don't add any spaces or anything on. Copy and paste it as you see here into the form, or the online form of whoever you are purchasing the certificate from. Then you fill in their form, pay them for their certificate, and they will send you back a certificate. Now I've got my certificate back, and what I've done is I've saved that certificate on the root of the C drive of the server. So I'll go back to where I was, right click my pending certificate, and I will complete the request. Browse to the certificate that I've been sent, click open, click complete. This takes a little bit longer, I've speeded it up. When it's done, click finish. Now that's imported the certificate into the repository, but it's not actually doing anything yet. So we need to locate the certificate. That's the one with my public name on it, so I know the one in the middle is the one that we're dealing with. Select the certificate in question, and then you can either simply right click it and assign services to the certificate, or go across to the right hand side and pick assign services to certificate off the menu. Pick the servers that you want to add the certificate to and pick the services. I'm having everything apart from unified messaging, even though I'm not using POP, I'll tick the box anyway. Next, click assign. Click yes, you would like to replace the SMTP certificate. Click finish, and that is the certificate imported and set up with the correct services. Let's just give that a very quick test. If I open a web page and go to Outlook Web App, now remember, for it not to error, you need to be going to the public name, or the name that you set as the common name, so that needs to resolve internally to its internal IP address, and there you see it's come up without any security error warnings. That's us done. Don't forget to come and visit us at www.petenetlive.com. Thanks very much.